The plan of was...
No, I mean, that's the plan that you press record.
Hey, you never turn off the light.
We never turn off that light. Sorry. I thought you meant the light in here. And I was like, we never turn this off. What the fuck are you talking about?
Bubble tea and sauerkraut. Bubble tea and sauerkraut. Bubble tea and sauerkraut. Bubble tea and sauerkraut. Da ist das nicht so weit weg. Ist das so kompliziert?
No, but the important thing is that you kind of sit back once we
Ja,
start.
warte, ich brauche mein Handy. Dann,
What do you need your phone for, though?
I don't know, emergency. So should I press record then?
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna cut the first part anyways.
No, wait.
Mi gamma.
Nein, das ist Play.
What just happened, by the way? Oh, you went to... Okay, sorry. Yes, go ahead, press record. And then it's gonna go to... Again?
No, this time I already extract drauf
Okay, good.
gehabt.
Can I get a press record then?
Is that recording?
I don't know, is it?
Okay.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, we have to... This has to stop touching this. Okay. We are recording.
Recording!
Okay. Wait, I think this can go a little bit more to you because I'm like yelling anyways.
Yes. You have a bigger voice.
Everyone understands me, but no one understands you.
Like louder voice.
Yes. Okay. Anyways. Well
Your
then.
favorite part?
My favorite part.
Vertical? Did you?
What do you mean? I did like this.
Okay, sehr gut.
Wait,
Okay.
why? What happens when I do this?
That's fine.
Isn't that what they do?
The same.
Okay.
Do you want to do
Yes,
the
I'm gonna start. I'm just preparing for it. God damn it.
Stop divorcing me. It's
No,
not that
it's not.
easy, you know.
Hello. No, wait, I hate this already. How did I start the other one? I don't remember.
I tell you what. No.
No, I'm not gonna do it with the podcast. That's a more video thing. Hello, 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 and welcome to the first official feature-length episode of our podcast, Bubble Tea and Sauerkraut. I am Matthias, aka Sauerkraut.
And I'm Ben, aka Bubble Tea.
So I hope you liked our intro. We recorded this last week. We're very proud of it. We laughed very hard. It was stuck in our head for ages.
For a week.
And I think Ben did an amazing job.
Thank you.
And you might have also noticed that we agreed on a name.
Yes.
So now it's officially called Bubble Tea and Sauerkraut.
I believe everyone knows because our YouTube channel is also online.
True. Everything is online now. Our TikTok thing is online, even though there's only one thing on it and no one has seen it so far. We have our Instagram, we have our YouTube, we even have a Twitter, but I haven't used that yet because apparently I'm the worst millennial of them all and I don't know how to use Twitter.
I mean, Twitter is just not so popular in Europe, is it?
I think it is. I think like Twitter is like apparently like super popular with millennials.
Yeah, okay. We Taiwanese, we don't use it.
Yeah, and I never really got into it, so, but we'll see. But yes, so this was a very exciting week. We published our very first episode of the podcast. From what I heard, everyone loved it.
你很厚脸皮耶。
I'm sorry, but we can totally say this. Everyone loved it. But this also puts a lot of pressure on us to like make sure that the follow-up episodes are just as good.
Yeah, we actually record this episode for 1,000 times already.
This is the second time.
Shut
we
up.
record.
We have to be dramatic. Otherwise, no one would see it.
Otherwise, no one will listen.
No one.
No. But yeah, also, this might be actually something we can talk about in like a couple weeks or months.
What?
The discussion we had yesterday
so.
about the second episode.
Was very heavy. A lot of tears.
Yes, a lot of tears, a lot of yelling,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of like bashing of doors, hitting of walls.
I started to think this is not a hobby. This is a full-time job.
The neighbors called the police.
You should never work with your loved ones. Just not a good thing.
So I hope you all learned something from this. Don't turn your hobby into a job. I mean, no, this is stupid.
This is
isn't
our
a job.
only second episode.
Yeah. As you can tell, maybe there's a little bit sneak peek why our little fight started yesterday is because I am apparently, or like I admit that I'm probably taking this way too serious. And
I'm very chill.
And Ben is very chill about
Lay
it.
back like every Taiwanese.
Okay.
We always lay on our back. Yeah.
I won't comment on this.
I mean, let's see, because this is about to turn into a couple therapy, isn't it?
we will see. We will see.
Yeah, we'll grow stronger.
Yes, this will just make us even more in love and happy and all of the above.
Yes.
Okay. One last thing I wanted to point out, which I forgot, that was very exciting for me this week and gave me a lot of enjoyment.
What?
And you're going to think I'm a stupid idiot for saying this.
Alright.
The meme that Bernie Sanders became at the US president's inauguration, him with his little mittens and his face mask and his jacket, just sitting on his chair, and all the memes it turned into. If you haven't seen it yet, Google it. I love it.
Let me describe this in Chinese because I think they don't know. Like Bernie 就是那个之前那个美国总统候选人，然后反正他现在有一个 meme， 就是很搞笑的图片，然后他就是坐在一个椅子上，然后穿很多，然后戴着口罩，非常的丑。然后我们就是这么的时事，这么的有话题的频道，没错。Okay, ma?
Okay, now that according to our analytics, 75% of our listeners stopped listening because they don't understand what's happening.
No, I don't think so. Who told you that? Are you a computer with?
What? No, I looked at the analytics.
Oh, okay.
You were there. We looked at them together. You were shocked. You were like, why did none of my friends listen to it?
Exactly. 台湾的朋友，请你们加油好吗？Sorry.
Taiwan. Ben just requested from all of his friends to please finally listen to all of the episodes.
Exactly.
But
Gas geben.
Gas geben, yeah. If you translate it literally, it's like
Gas geben. I mean, German.
We are mixing so many languages.
No, German is also Gas geben, isn't it?
It's like gib Gas, but it's kind of like in a different. It's not like 加油.
No.
No.
Doch.
No, in a different sense.
Like when you are doing some kind of sports.
Yeah.
And then we were like 加油, 加油.
Yeah, but when someone does sports or when you're at a competition, like let's say you're like, for example, you guys say that when you're at a soccer game or something like this, right? For example.
Every kind of scenario.
Every kind of scenario, but just because you're referring to sports. And no one's in Germany is gonna watch a soccer game and it's gonna yell like, gib Gas, gib Gas.
Okay, that sounds a little bit dumb.
I mean, I might also be a very bad authority on this because I've never watched a soccer game live or anything. But I don't think they do.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, do we want to move on from our little language excursion and go to the actual subject of today's episode?
Exactly. We actually have a topic that we would love to share about.
Because we figured we can't just ramble on for 30 minutes every episode.
You never know. Maybe we can.
I mean, yeah, maybe there will be. I mean, we're already 7 minutes in and we didn't even get to our topic. But
yeah, what's our topic then?
Our topic is... Drum roll, please. Okay, no, I'm sorry.
How's that?
That sounds more like a motorboat, but okay. Yes, our topic today is our pandemic wedding.
Pandemic wedding.
Because we are one of the probably many people who got married during the pandemic while COVID was happening.
We got bonded.
Exactly. I mean, it always like maybe a little bit of a backstory. Like we originally wanted to get married on May 20th.
Yeah, 因为520我爱你.
Can you explain that in English?
Yes, it sounds like I love you in Chinese.
Okay.
In Mandarin.
Amen.
Politically correct.
Oh, yeah, that's politically
correct. I don't know.
It's still Chinese. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
So yes, that's when we were originally planning to get married, but then Miss Rona happened.
Miss Rona. Is it a female?
No, but a lot of people use like weird different words for Corona because like when it just started, and I think now today as well, if you, or like for example, something YouTube did was like if you mentioned COVID in your video or podcast,
it got banned.
It either got banned or demonetized.
God,
so then people like started using different words for it. So like, and Miss Rona is one of the ones I just personally enjoy, to be honest. So yes, so we wanted to get married in May 2020.
Not 2020. Oh, yeah, May 2020.
Yeah, you see? Yeah, I'm right.
For once.
For once. But yeah, we couldn't get married because Ben could simply not enter the country because all of our borders were closed. And also, he didn't get his visa because they didn't give out visa until they knew when people were allowed to enter again.
Yep.
And it was all a big mess. So we kept pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. And then I think at some point, I don't even remember when exactly. When did we know that you're going to come? I think like beginning of August, we knew when you're going to come? Or we had a general idea?
I think, yeah.
I think so too, no?
Ooh, I actually don't remember, but yeah.
But I think in general, like around that time, we then knew, okay, you're going to be able to
Yeah.
come the end of August.
Yeah.
And then when we were thinking about, okay, when do we then want to get married, we had to plan like a couple of things. Like we had to plan enough time that when you arrived, that there was at least a few weeks that we could plan some things together, especially, for example, getting the rings. And we also had to make sure that it wasn't too long of a time frame because the visa you had was only valid for 3 months.
Exactly.
And we needed to get married within these 3 months.
And get me
also-
registered,
Yeah.
and then we have to get a Aufenthaltsgenehmigung.
Yes. To then get you like the permanent resident visa afterwards.
Yeah, and that also takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
So it was actually a very tight schedule that we have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, shout out to the Foreign Affairs Office in Munich. I hated every second I spent there. But this is another episode that we're going to talk about.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about our visa, like all procedures as well, because it's pain in the ass.
Yeah. But yeah, and so because of this, because we did have relatively short amount of time together to plan the wedding, a lot of stuff we had to do was long distance wedding planning.
Yeah, well,
I would call it.
so funny because I was just like checking out those suit shops because I was going to make my suits once I'm back in Germany, but then we calculate the time, and then it's not enough time for me to do that, you know? And another thing's like we didn't have like a super big wedding. Our original plan was actually just go to a town hall and then get married there. But still we need rings and the outfit. So yeah, we started looking for our rings, we started looking for our outfits and so on and so on. For my side, I started doing that in Taipei. Yes, Taipei. So I went to like different shops like tailor-made or already made or like different kinds of classes as well. Yeah, I went to so many shops to find the perfect one.
And for me, it was a little bit of a different story. The one where I went to so many stores and shops to find something I liked was for the wedding rings. And I remember because like I did this, like I did like I made a whole day out of it. And I went on my birthday. So this was already back in February, though, when I started looking for the rings. Because by that, like at that point, we still thought we were going to get married in May. But I remember I took the day off. I went into the city because at that time you were still able to go into the city and into stores.
Everything was still normal.
Yes, it was the good old times.
Which is also not normal.
Yeah, okay.
Because see what we end up now.
Yeah,
FFP2.
FFP2 masks.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so what I did was I just went from jewelry store to jewelry store. Kind of was like, I'm looking for wedding rings for my husband and I. May you please assist me? And then, because everyone always gets very excited when you talk about your wedding and they want to make it special, they were like, oh yes, of course, please sit down. Like, do you want something to drink? Do you want a water? Do you want a Coke?
Yeah, of course.
Do you want a glass of champagne? And I was like, oh, I mean, it's a special occasion. I think I'll take a glass of champagne.
So
and
how many glasses of champagne
I think like 5 on that day.
are you?
And then at every store, I was like, the more tipsy I got, I was like, this is, yes. I mean, then like in the last store, I think it was like, I don't know, like 3 p.m. And I was like, I mean, it's a little bit early for alcohol, no?
Oh man.
But sure, I will have it. But anyways, it was fun.
I also want some champagne.
I was just about to say, you're the one to judge because I got slightly tipsy of free alcohol.
Exactly. I never had champagne till this year. Hello.
Well, you did. But then we both realized we don't.
Yeah, okay, it's fine. Yeah, that's
anyways,
fine.
So that's what I did for the rings. You went to a bunch of different shops to look for your suit.
I also looked for some rings.
Also for rings, right. And then you also.
But I made up my mind very soon.
Yes, but then you changed it completely when you saw the ones I looked.
Yeah, because just better color selection.
Yeah. So, but what we have to talk about is what I like to refer to as wedding suit gate.
Yes, let me tell you, people, if I don't know about you, but in my living experience, like also okay, let's be clear. I'm sort of like the female side of this relationship.
I would say in this context, I would say it differently. I would say you're more
feminine,
the more fashionable one.
Yeah, more fashionable. So everything has to be like detailed, and then we have to match, and we have to like see the color palette and so on. That's why I went to so many different shops. And then one day I just received a message saying, "Hey, I just bought my suit." I was like, what the fuck?
Okay, in my defense, what I was thinking, so I went to 2 stores until I found the suit I wanted.
Only 2, eh?
I already pretty much knew which color I wanted because something you might need to know about me, my favorite color when it comes to clothes is like a mix out of like wine red and like, I mean the fancy word is like aubergine. So like the eggplant color.
I think there's a name, Burgundy?
Burgundy?
A burgundy.
Oh yeah, burgundy too. Like that general family of colors. And so I went to the second store and I saw it. It was the only one they had left. It was pretty much exactly the color I wanted. I was super excited. The lady was, okay, she wasn't super nice, but she was like, okay, nice. And then I was just super happy with it. And then I was there with my mom because I didn't want to go alone, obviously. And then we were just like, should we just get it? You went with your mom at least to 2 places and then to like 3 places with Ting, your best friend.
Hi, Ting.
So don't make it sound like, I had to go to everything alone.
And then I sent him so many pictures and then I have to wait 4 hours to get a response.
Yeah, he always said, he was like, what do you think of this? What do you think of this? And for me, it was just like, ha, look, this is the one I bought. High five, see you soon.
Yeah, when he responded my message, I was already out of the store. End of story.
But yeah, so anyways, that was Suitgate, a wedding Suitgate. But we got over it and I promised him if we ever have the chance to celebrate with all of our friends and like extended family, then the choice of suit will be all his.
Yes. Oh my gosh. People, you heard that. That's a promise.
That was Suitgate. Then I don't know. Like then there were a couple of things which I think is quite, but had nothing to do with the pandemic in general. It was like to find a date wasn't that easy in the end because we had to make it work so that everyone had time. And even though the people we invited was just like my family and our two maids of honor, shout out to Coco and Serena.
Yes.
And their boyfriends / husband. And even then, it was incredibly difficult to find a date when everyone was available. And then we kind of came down to, okay, the only date we can make it happen so that everything works, so everyone is available, we have time to prep, but we also have time after, was then September 11.
What a date.
What a date. Exactly. And I mean, the reaction from people was like, I think like in Taiwan, no one really thinks of like the World Trade Center thing. Or do they?
Not really. I think maybe it's just me.
Maybe.
I'm more sensitive.
But
and it's the birthday of Amber. Hi, Amber!
That's the birthday of his best friend.
Yes,
no, but for me, it was like a mix of reactions. Like some people were like, oh yeah, sure, fine. Because they didn't think of it either. And then some people were like, well, at least it will be very hard to forget. And that's, I think, what I just have to think of that. Because I'm not very good with dates. That might need to point it out. But yeah, so we chose that date. And then we got our rings. That worked out in time. And then our wedding happened. And it was very exciting, nerve-wracking.
Out of imagination.
Out of imagination?
Out of my imagination. I never thought it would be this big.
It was better than what you thought it would be.
It's so much better. It's so much more like a wedding.
True. Because you were thinking it would just be two of us going to town hall and then to McDonald's afterwards.
Exactly. Like the last scene of Sex and the City movie. Just, Carrie and Mr. B, they got married in this town hall. And then when they open the door, all the friends are there. That kind of vibe. And then they just celebrated in a restaurant, a small restaurant for one meal. But then our day turned out to be a whole day journey.
Yeah, it was a lot of things. I mean, we had the wedding at 11 in the morning. Just to give a general time frame, I think we're going to go to like what our highlights were. So like, I think we got married at 11 or 11:30?
11:30.
11:30.
Yeah, we got picked up at quarter before 11.
True. So the wedding itself in town was 11:30. Then we moved on to lunch, which then turned into coffee. Then we took some pictures, and then we went to dinner. Then we had drinks at the same place we had dinner, and then the day was over.
Yeah, but it was so good.
What was one of the, I think during the actual ceremony, my personal highlight was, when you watch movies of people getting married, you always have this scene where then the pastor or like the town hall man, I don't know what the English word is for it, and he goes like, you may now kiss the bridegroom, whatever, right? And what did our guy say? He was like, and like he didn't say anything like this. Just at one point he was like, and this moment is just for you.
Yeah, and we were like,
We're like, what's happening now? So it was like a weird, awkward pause.
Yeah, because like I thought maybe he wanted us to give our vows.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Which we didn't prepare at all. And then we were just like looking at each other and it's like, okay.
And then I was like, okay, I think we're just going to do this now.
Yeah.
And then we kissed.
Awkwardly,
very awkwardly. And then we took the rings and then like put the ring on each other's finger.
Yeah. And by the way, he looks like Rod Stewart.
Yes, he does look like Rod Stewart. And he had a face mask with like his name on it and his face on it too.
Yeah. And he's a writer.
He's a writer, yeah. He like writes, oh God, how do you say this in English?
Criminal novel.
No, yeah, he's writing like thrillers, like
that
like detective story, like that kind of genre.
Someone died and someone finds out who's the murderer.
Exactly, or like something like this. And it's always like located in the area, like in Coburg, like or like the surrounding area.
That's
so
his
like
hometown,
where I'm from and where we also got married. And And so
I
that
have to
was
say,
something.
the venue, the room, it's so pretty. It's
Yeah, that was amazing.
amazingly pretty.
But that was also one of the reasons why I wanted to get married in Coburg, because
Mm.
the town hall that we can married in Munich, or at least the ones where you don't have to make reservations like years in advance,
Yeah,
are all just like super ugly buildings out of the 70s. I'm like, no, thank you.
exactly.
I'm too gay for that. I need my wedding to be pretty.
And I think Coburg is also super cute.
Yeah.
I think we have to do another episode about Coburg.
Sure, we're gonna
That's
do another
so
episode about
rich
Coburg.
history.
No, no.
Yeah, then that was our town hall thingy. Oh, once we got out of
The lady?
yes.
Yes. You want to tell a story about the crazy lady who was super happy that there were gays?
So like we were out of the building and we were taking pictures, and then suddenly this crazy lady, like super happy lady, she just came up to us when we were standing on the stairs
She was part of the wedding party, like not the bride, but part of the wedding party
before us.
before us. Yeah.
And then she just came up to us and then gave us a prosecco.
Like a prosecco in a can.
Only one can, by the way. But we are two people.
And then she also hugged us, and we didn't wear a
Corona,
mask. She didn't
hello.
wear a mask, and we were both like, Corona, but it would also be
But she
kind of
asked,
weird.
and we say yes.
Yes, but it would like still like in that situation. what
Yeah,
are you gonna
you
do?
couldn't say no.
Do you think like maybe on our like go to our Instagram, because we're actually gonna post some pictures from our wedding that you see what it was like. And I think we're also gonna post, because we have a like really cute picture where she then runs towards the camera as she's running away from us again. I think I'm gonna post that too.
Anyway,
That's
she
very
loved
cute.
us.
Yeah.
Might be our first fan.
Yeah. And then as we took pictures of like the two of us and with our like maids of honors in front of the town hall,
Mhm.
there's like a little park or like at the back entrance where we were of the town was a little park. And so like right next to us on the bench were like 3 homeless guys just like getting drunk at 11:30 in the morning on a Friday.
Exactly.
So that was
That's
very
also
good.
a very good picture. Like we four dressing so well, and then they
Yeah, but you only see them a
Cute people.
little bit in the
just a
background.
little bit.
Which now, in retrospective, I'm very sad about, because our photographer tried to cut them out, obviously.
Mhm.
Also here, a lot of shout outs today. Shout outs to Stefan,
We just love our friends.
who was our wedding photographer, who did an
Yeah.
amazing job, and who's also our
link
friend.
below.
And but I don't think he wants to do that as a permanent job.
Why not?
But yeah, because he already has a real job.
okay.
Anyway, so
Medium job.
there was that, and I mean, what? Oh, and then
Then
we
comes
come
to the big part.
the horses.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I mean, so it was like we then drove, or we both thought we were then driving to the place we're gonna have lunch at.
Mm.
And I knew where it was, and obviously I know the area. And the whole time, like for the longest time, was like, because my dad was driving us, and I was like, why is he taking such a weird route? Like, why are we?
I thought the
here?
same because so we have a very, very huge car. And then we were driving on this super tiny motorcycle road.
No, that's not even what was confusing me. That's just European land, like countryside.
But still, I was like, where are we going?
Mm.
Yeah.
And then we stopped at this place, and then you saw the horse carriage
Mm-hmm.
with the, how do you call this, the horse carriage driver, who I thought looked kind of funny because he was like wearing jeans and kind of like a white shirt that wasn't ironed. And on top
I think that's
of
the
it,
vibe, isn't it?
I know it was the vibe, but it just looked like he's a homeless guy they put in a suit and then sat
From
there.
the town hall.
Yes, exactly. No, but yeah.
But yeah,
and
that
then-
was a very big surprise. So
Yeah, it
it's
was a
like
very nice surprise.
the cards that the carriage, it's called carriage, right?
Yeah.
In movies, you know. Like,
Oh yeah, true. Huh.
Like, yeah, this horse with a carriage.
Mhm.
I don't know how to describe it better.
And no, that's exactly how you need to describe it. And I mean, and it was fine. No, it wasn't fine. Like it was nice. And then the rest of the way to the restaurant, we then like took in the horse carriage, and it was cute. It was a little bit warm
And a little bit long.
and a little bit long. And like the thing is, like originally, because it was like something my siblings and my parents had planned, they were planning that the horse carriage is going to wait in front of the town hall and then take us to
yeah.
the restaurant for lunch, and that would have been like 3 times as long, I think.
Yeah, so our lunch will be then dinner.
So I'm very glad that it is now, because it was very warm, it was very long. And the main thing that bothered me was the horse, because like the wind came from the front, and so the horse hair would like lovingly blow into my face and onto my suit.
The wind of horsehair.
So once we got off the horse, I first had to take like the lint roller and like get all of the hair off my suit.
对，就是那种黏黏屑屑的那种，你知道滚轮，然后他把衣服这样拧干净，不然上面都是马毛，很丢脸。
But the funny thing was, Ben didn't have to do this because the horse hair perfectly matched his suit. So like it blended in with the suit, so you didn't even.
I don't know if that's a compliment.
No, it's not. It's not a compliment. It's also not. I'm not
just
dissing
you.
It's just a fact. It's a funny fact that I like had to like clean myself up and you didn't.
So I look like a horse on my wedding day.
No, you didn't. What? Where's this even coming from?
No, nothing.
Okay. But yeah, then we had lunch, and then
the lunch was very nice with a very nice cake with our very cute puppe.
Like the little figurines on top. They were made out of fondant, I think. Fondant Mars. No, I think just fondant.
Custom made.
Custom made. Yeah.
Oh, custom made.
Custom made. And I mean, we might post a picture of this too, but
yes.
Just to describe how it was described by my family was, it looks as if Count Dracula marries the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Okay, like I don't think everyone will understand what.
No, you go to the pictures, like go to Instagram, and then
we will show you.
Yeah. And that was also very funny. And
yeah.
I mean, the rest of the evening, it was just like, or like the day, it was just a lot of food. Then we took pictures all together.
A lot of drinks, a lot of fun, laughs.
Then the evening, we went to a restaurant where we like were able to rent the whole like back room of the restaurant. So it was just us. And then we just sat there. And then like relatively early, my family left because they all have kids and they were all tired. And it was a very long day.
It was a very extraordinary, ordinary day.
Yeah, that's a very good description of it.
See?
And I can always say like the weather was amazing. All of the locations worked out. The food, nothing went wrong. We were always exactly on time. I mean, obviously some things took a little bit longer than expected, but in my wildest dreams, I could not have imagined that it would be as perfect as it was.
Exactly. It was so good. We don't even know if we can outdo this one if we want to celebrate again.
No, I think like the other one would just be completely different. But it won't be better. There is still a chance it might be worse. But it definitely can't be better. It can just be different.
Well, for the sake that I can pick suits. See. Yeah.
But yeah, that was our pandemic wedding story.
Pandemic wedding.
I think the only pandemic part was like the planning.
Yeah.
And then the visa. And then also that thing which I think is a little bit sad about it, that your family couldn't come.
Yeah, exactly. That too. But yeah, in the future we will do it in Taiwan.
Exactly. Because we decided we'll have 3 weddings. One in Germany that we already had. One big party in Germany, which we didn't have yet, and one wedding in Taiwan, which we didn't have yet.
Yes, and then I will have 5 outfits.
Yeah, because that's also, I think this is something we can talk about in another podcast, is like
different
Taiwanese
weddings.
Traditions. Or maybe we're going to talk about this once we actually got married in Taiwan. But
yes, we will totally do that.
I think this is all the time we have today. So what is there left to say? Obviously, follow, like, subscribe, comment, whatever, everything on all the crazy social media you can think of.
Stay healthy.
Share with your friends. Stay healthy. And then we will talk to you guys next Wednesday.
We will see you next time.
再见.
Auf Wiedersehen.